Hey, guten Tag. Space holding, space holders. That's what we're doing here today. Wonderful space holder Lara cap. And we've been inspired to create these space holders. What is a space holder? A space holder is something that holds space for something to happen more gracefully. I mean, there's many space holders. There's the classics, of course, such as our friend here. Absolute classic. It's a space holder for compassion, for wisdom, for grace. You can have a space holder like a tree, of course. This is a relationship tree. This is our son Panra's tree. And of course a garden, a goddess. Everything is a space holder. But the difference is if it's created as that. If something is created as a space holder to hold space for something, then that's a very powerful thing indeed. I've got a few of my working stones here. This is one of my favorites. Get the shadow out of the way. The sun's at quite an angle at the moment. This is the void and the presence and the love. And together it forms this energetic vortex, like a portal, like a gateway. And I meditate with this stone a lot, and it's an amazing gateway stone. I've worked with it so much, and it just go into meditation, connect with it, and boom, it really activates and cranks up. This is another one of my working stones. Of course, that's the classic, the six-pointed star, but in a 3D sort of format. So it's the Merkaba. And that's something to set up around your body. So working with that stone sitting on it, it's an automatic vortex, like a sacred geometrical form that energetically is created around your body, which helps you meditate, focus, travel through the universe, all sorts of wonderful things like that. This is another one here. This is a space holder for a land or a place, somewhere you want to have a home. This here is one I've just created. This is sort of a standard signature, and this is the seed of life, which is a wonderful space holder, and I usually put it on the back of things. And on the front of this one is a rune. Well, it started off as a rune, and it was the protection rune to create a protection field. But then it expanded out across the dimensions, and so this is a dimensional protection rune now, backed by the flower of life. One that's been really super practical and really wonderful is this one here. Got the inspiration to create this one, and this is the Celtic cross, here, and that reaches out beyond it, but it creates a protection field. This is for where you put this under the bed because we're having trouble sleeping, and there's energies from the neighbors and all sorts of things going on. So I created this, and it has these holes through it, you see. And so any negative energies that are coming in, they're collected by these, and then they spin into infinity and back into the void. So these are all very practical space holders. They all have a purpose. And these are the ones here we're creating as part of this journey. So now, the lovely Lara, we're going to talk about these and what they all mean. Okay, so with these space holding creations, they're fully infused with a really strong intention to hold a space. I mean, holding a space, for me, in the essential is the divine goddess, the feminine, the mother, so holding love, kindness, compassion, and the masculine holding safety and presence and support. What we're going to be working with a lot here, and what we're going to be putting onto these pieces of wood or stone, mostly wood in this situation, is runes. And Lara, of course, is a Meisterin with the runes. So can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, well, they are ancient symbols that have been used for a very long time of mankind, and they're magic and powerful and healing. And we called these wonderful artwork you did and our co-creation SpaceHolders, because these ancient symbols, they are holding space for love, for presence, for power, for health, for abundance, and for processing, like birthing, dying, letting go. So we can use all kind of different runes or symbols, and they actually came through time and space, through the ley lines of the universe, to our planet, to our wonderful planet. And actually the trees, powerful trees, big ones, mother and father trees, they would have transmitted them, they would have channeled them and transported the informations and frequencies of the old symbols to the people, to humans. And shaman or medicine people would have channeled them and created all kind of important informations for us, like numbers and letters, the alphabet, and everything
was the original alphabet, yeah?
Is related exactly to the main ancient basic runes. There were 25 in Europe, and that's what we have in the alphabet, nearly. And so, yeah, they came to us to help us, to serve us, to guide us, and we can really get supported by them. And how you can do this, we will explain to you. So we've been creating some wonderful basic runes for you, and if you put some 2 or 3 runes together, you call them binding runes, and they're super team. They can hold space for a wider scale that you might need. And so we've been choosing these basic runes that you can see here on our wooden discs. Rich has been working on them.
Yeah, for example,
yeah, that's abundance.
this one here is abundance.
That's the abundance one.
I've been creating these on birch. Birke?
Yes, on Birke, yeah.
Birke, which is, you know, this beautiful white tree, sacred tree. And this one's abundance, of course. And on the other side, also getting a bit creative, created this more 3D, more feminine, infinite flow. So
the other one that is very beautiful and I love most is the rune of love. And of course it has the geometry, the holy geometry of the 6-point star or the Merkaba, but it's also the Celtic and pagan way in Austria and Europe, and for activating water. And with this is another rune of joy. The combination of these two creates love. And very simple but very powerful and international. Yeah.
And
that's the one.
This one, inspiration, this is the health rune, for good health. And this is a very powerful transfer. This piece of wood here is a very powerful breakthrough transformer, because here it has the health surrounded by how many? By these holes in the wood here, and on the other side, this is the breakthrough rune here in the center, and up through the middle here is the DNA structure, or the gesund, the anima animus, the caduceus, serpents coming up. So this rune here, this whole piece is about a breakthrough in health. So if you wanted some sort of big breakthrough and freedom from a serious health situation, then this would be an ideal sort of combination and a very powerful rune.
Yeah, and here with the 12 points that you see out here, you see, we have the 12 months, or the astrology, you know, we have the cycle, and so you can, together with the 4 inside, with this Celtic cross, you are really positioned in the ley lines of the earth, and together with the universe, with the middle center and the 12.
So that's a space holder for real good health and a breakthrough, like a major healing. Yeah.
And then here we have another one. That's great. That's something Rich was inspired to co-create into the health, the ancient sign of health with the Celtic cross are 4 basic runes. One of them is, of course, one of the biggest transformation runes is Dagas, which stands for the breakthrough, very important right now for birthing and letting go. And then here we've got, of course, the one we had already, that's the abundance rune. And then here we have the love rune, and up here, very beautiful and very powerful, is the protection rune. Yeah. So
yeah, the combination of these things, it's health within protection and abundance and love and breakthrough, and this combination creates a really powerful dynamic.
And of course,
and on the back again we have the stylized Sammedes Leben, the seed of life, which basically for me it's a real amazing space holder. It holds the space. I've been honored enough to do some amazing stones, usually stones for these things, for namings, for babies, for ceremonies, for baptisms, for weddings, this sort of thing. And so we create a symbol. Lara's amazing at creating a runic symbol of according to the people's astrology and their names and their births and who they are.
Exactly.
Create a personal symbol for them, which is very, very powerful. And then we put this into a stone, and that's very powerful space holder for a christening, for a naming day, for a wedding. You know, it becomes like a wedding stone or a personal stone for that child or for that baby. And I find very powerfully when I put this on the back of it, when this comes, it really holds space for what's on the other side as well. I mean, by itself is a very powerful symbol, but as a space holder for the space holders, it's incredibly amazing.
So here we go with the main symbols, which is courage, energy, good luck, grace, health, love, of course, protection, safe travels and strength. Here we have them again. And if you want to work with these and order them, you can get them on beautiful wooden discs like Rich is doing them. And the thing is, what can you do with them? So you can, as a space holder, they're holding space in general, but you can use them, you can put them under your bed like we did it with one of the big ones, to get really a deep, safe sleep if you have disturbing energies around from the neighborhood or from the universe or from some planetary moments. And exactly, so this can really help you, especially to activate your room in all directions you need. Peace or activation or movement or forgiveness or power or protection. And but you can also use them to energize water. It's amazing, like Masaru Emoto did with his symbols and with the star, with the 6-point star in the water. You can of course use these symbols and put it under a water bottle and activate it, right?
Yeah,
so we
sure.
do that.
Or you can put it under anything. You can put it under your plate when you're having your dinner. You put it under your seat.
Under a bowl of fruits.
Under a bowl of fruits.
Keep them really fresh.
I should have shown them. I made a bowl the other day.
Yeah,
Really big, beautiful one with the Sammedes Leben on the back to really help hold the freshness of the fruits and vegetables. But you can do a lot of things with these, you know. You could place them, if you had several, you could place them in a room to set up like an energetic field.
Exactly.
Because each one of these can hold like a vortex. These are all vortex patterns, especially the working stones. And in combination, like to have several of them working together, you know, is very, very powerful. And to have them placed around the room or around the house is incredible. It sets up a field, you know, and in that field you can feel much more protected. You can be literally energetically protected. You can feel empowered. You can feel aligned. You can feel strengthened, you can feel more love and compassion. In the old days, of course, people would put carvings and things above their door for protection.
Exactly. Blessings.
Blessings
Blessings
in
for
the
house.
rafters or the
Yeah.
beams of their ceiling. A lot of old Austrian houses have that, the flower of life. And,
But also you can meditate on them. You can just beautifully sit on them for your meditation and focus on these positive things, you know, and manifest whatever you need to. Health, for example. But also very practical, whereas the abundance rune for abundance and money, financial things, you can put your wallet on it, you know, you can lay stuff on it, you know, and put things on it to really empower yourself in this.
yeah, Lara has this beautiful little
Yeah,
space holder
that's
here.
Beauty.
Um,
That's a Bergkristall.
Bear crystal, and so you had things like that, crystals and things like that. You can literally place them on top of this. This one literally sits under the bed on here,
Yeah.
you know, to really activate and empower that. And that's one of the great gifts of these, is working in combination with them.
Yeah.
Several runes or several symbols or several space holders, really creating this amazing space for you. Because we need that right now. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on, and we're all transforming at an incredible rate. There's a lot of things happening, a lot of stuff coming up. There's deathing and birthing that's happening, you know. And what these space holders do, they help hold space for a more ease of transition, which we all need, eh?
Absolutely.
We all need that.
Especially the breakthrough room.
Yeah.
And so,
And just putting a few of these runes around you when you're meditating, vroom, you just get into that meditative state very quickly and feel empowered and, you know, super good for your health. Yeah.
And so the last special thing for today is that we've been creating now some smaller discs. The cat is coming. And we've been now creating a special rune set, which will be produced in a tarot cards, very special and precious, and combined to our webinar, to our online workshop, 5 Steps to Freedom. I've been creating 5 special runes that are not the basic runes. They are a mixture of all the important aspects and energies and frequencies that you need to go through these 5 steps that we've been offering you. So we have 5 very special rune logos, symbols, power symbols for you to work with. And you can either have them on small wooden discs like this, and that's especially our wonderful rune for grace, beautiful, for grace and dignity. And in this size, compared to the big ones, you know, you see they are like this, very easy. You can have this set of 5 Steps to Freedom runes plus the grace one, and either in these wooden discs or in a tarot card. And yeah, we will come up soon with them, and then you can order these in a package. And what you can do with them is, of course, go through the 5 steps, through the process of letting go, of empowerment, of dying and transformation, and then really birthing and jumping through the gateway.
Yeah.
Exactly.
These are amazing, these 5, 6 cards. They're going to be very portable. You can put them in your pocket. You can use them in all sorts of combinations. There'll be a bit of instruction and guidance with them, which we're quite excited, because somebody's been wanting to make cards for a long time, haven't they?
Yeah, absolutely, and illustrating them. But now I have the honor that I'm gonna illustrate the runes, and Monsieur is gonna illustrate the back side of the tarot, which is very important, and it's gonna be a beautiful creation, a co-creation.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm very proud of us that we did it, and yeah, and then we will come up with all kind of exercises to it. It will be a whole package that will support you with our online course, and we might set up a kind of Facebook community isn't
Yeah.
it?
So we can keep adding things to it, different ways of working with them,
so
interactive.
you can give us feedback, we can exchange knowledge and experience with the runes, with the symbols, and there we will put all kind of great things. So we are just preparing kind of a special rune yoga for you, and breathing exercises, body exercises together with these symbols and discs and tarot cards. So it's going to be very exciting.
Yes.
Yay.
So yeah, blessings, good health to you, and lots of love,
And lots of breakthroughs.
and of course abundance.
Absolutely abundance.
Absolute
and
abundance,
grace.
and lots
Don't
of
forget
grace.
about that.
So yeah, and these are created with a real space held for them. So you know they're. So yeah, may you have beautiful space held for you, and of course we thank you for holding space for all that you do, the people, your family, your friends, and the world at this moment, because that's what we all need to really do, hold space for the new, what's really coming, and may that birthing now be as graceful, really graceful as possible. Grace is a beautiful thing, eh? Oh my God.
Yeah,
Goddess.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And yeah, maybe in the end, just a quick, short German version of the whole thing.